The Zacks rank, value, momentum, growth, and income all factor into Zacks rank buys.
This is Brian Bolin, and welcome to another edition of Zacks Rank Buy. I am the aggressive growth stock strategist here at Zacks, and I'm here with two more picks for your aggressive growth stock radar screen. And the first one, as you can see it is Temken Steel. That's TMST. Those are the tickers. I find them right about there on that page, on this Zacks quote page. It is a Zacks rank number one. That gives it a strong buy. And it's got that A for growth. And I love to see strong growth scores. I normally like to see a weak value score, which tells me that right away I'm on the right path, as growth investors and value investors are looking for different things. But I see an A for value, and I also see an A for momentum. That is a set of straight A's, something that my report card never once saw throughout any days of my schooling. But straight A's, good to see. All right, let's take a look at the Temken Steel here. Cleveland-based company. Go Cleveland, Ohio. Go Buckeyes. Let's see, 4 straight beats of the Zacks consensus estimate. Here we are, all of them good size. So their average is going to be just about 60%, 59.2. That's always good to see. So they're beating the number. That means management can communicate a beatable level to Wall Street, and then they go out and they outperform and beat it. So then what happens to the estimates? And that's kind of the big concern, and that's the real driver of the Zacks rank. So this quarter, down. Looks like the sandbagging is continuing there. So 60 cents as opposed to 62 cents. Next quarter, for some reason, there's a big NA, so we're not even going to concern ourselves with that. But the full year number is what we really care about this year and next. And we see it going from 242 up to 303. And next year going from 250 to 305. That's a nice big move for next year. So I'm going to put the check mark there for that. Let's scroll up ahead and take a look at our growth estimates. Boy, oh boy, this year we saw some good growth on the top line for Timken, 51%. Going to slow down, get a little bit more pedestrian next year at 7%. But there's that build back better stuff out there. So maybe steel is the big thing, because I'm telling you, this is the heavy metal edition of Zacks rank buy. Heavy metal. All right, look at this PE, this forward PE, 4.7 times. What value player isn't going, oh my God, that's great. Look at this price to book. 1.06. You're buying the company, the stock, for the value of the assets. That's great. I love to see a price to sales of 1 times or more. I don't like to see I don't like to see it where it's less than 1, because that tells me that the market doesn't value the sales. But we can see the most recent quarter, 67% top line growth. Margins slipping from negative, boom, up to 5.7%, and then up to 11%. Margins go the right way. When you grow big, growth right there. When you have big growth and then you have good margin movement, that's going to drive earnings estimates this way up. Boy, oh boy, am I scribbling all over. This is the heavy metal edition of Zacks rank buy for the growth here. So let's take a look. All right, look at this. So we see the bottom falling out here. COVID, yikes. Then all of a sudden a big beat. And you can even see the volume in a chart that really doesn't often show volume. But look at that volume candle right there. That is a big one. That's your indication. Like, oh my gosh, something's different here. Big beat. Stock goes straight up from 6 to 12. And we're hanging out here for some reason. But as you can see, the earnings estimates are taking this thing higher. I wouldn't be surprised that this time next year that the stock is up in this range, over 20. So look for that. That would be a great one. So that's TMST. That's Timken Steel. And it's an Ohio-based company for all you Ohio people. So go Buckeyes. All right. Next up in the heavy metal edition of Zacks rank buy is commercial metals. Look at that, commercial metals, and that's CMC. Commercial metals, it's a Zacks rank number one strong buy. And it too has a set of straight A's. I don't think I've ever done it where I've got A's and A's and A's, all sorts of A's. Don't think of this as the Music Factory. CMC Music Factory used to be a band when I was in, I don't know, another life, a long time ago. What are you going to do? All right, let's go into CMC and take a look at them. They're also in that metal space. They've got some beats too. 3 beats of the last 4 quarters. A little bit of a miss there. Don't like to see that, but what are you going to do? So that makes these beats a lot more pedestrian, 7%, but still, for the majority, we've got beats, and that's what's important. Now, let's take a look at the estimates, and that's what's driving the Zacks rank. A little downtick here, 129 to 127. Next quarter, though, look at that, 79 cents, bopping up there to 92 cents. For the full year, 366 going up to 388. And then the next full fiscal year, as we can see, the August end there, 322 to 395. That's the good number right there. So a lot of catch up on that one. Let's go ahead and look towards the growth. Now this one's interesting here. 14% here, and then a little contraction. That's not normal. But let's those numbers have a long way to go. Long ways to go. So let's take a look at the valuation here on this. And once again, we're seeing a great valuation. Not quite as good as at TMST, but 8.5 times. Wow, putting pen all over that. So 8.5 times forward estimates, 1.7 times book, and again, real low price to sales. So that could be part of it. Here we see 44% top line growth in the most recent quarter, and that's a year-over-year thing. Margins moving up just a little bit here. I don't know why we got an NA there, but I would imagine it's still in that 6. I think I looked this up before. I think it was like 6.7. Boy, you can't read anything I'm doing, but the good thing you can hear me. 6.7 on the margins. So again, as growth is there and margins are moving higher, that means earnings are going to move higher. Let's take the chart. Here's our COVID dump. They beat despite the COVID dump, and you can see them beating a lot. And then there was this most recent miss. But really important thing here is the earnings estimates. Solid foundation of earnings estimates moving continuously higher. So this time next year, look for that stock to be up around there, that $40 range. That's my guess on that one. So that's it for this week. We did 2 heavy metal names. This is the heavy metal edition of Zacks Rank Buy. We got commercial metals, and we did TMS. I don't even know why I tried to do this because I'm really bad at that. So TMST. So look for those 2 names. Put them on your aggressive growth stock radar screen. That's it for this week. Be sure to join us next time when I've got 2 more stocks for your aggressive growth radar screen.